Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode of my Hungarian Let's Play. I've taken a long break, guys. It's been a break for me in real life, and coming back to the game, there's quite a lot that is kind of going on that I just wanted to mention. In the previous episodes, I've been exploring just kind of automatically wherever I can, until of course my explorer has passed away. But we can see enough for now. But I just wanted to quickly go over what we can see. Castile has basically been getting wrecked the entire game. And this appears to be his first colony. So, yeah, I mean, I've played Castile myself, and usually to just rush colonial ideas like he has, exploration and expansion, it usually costs some money. Like, you're quite poor, usually, in my experience. And the fact that he's just systematically lost war after war after war has literally, it appears to have hindered him up until this point, placing a colony. Like, perhaps he's done one before in the past, but he had to cancel it or something. I can't see Brazil, but I can see some kind of red here. Maybe I can click on... Yeah. Yep, there's a English Brazil there. So England has Brazil, that's interesting. But I can also see here that England has now begun colonizing Panama. So there we go. I'm a little bit jealous of him. I would like to have colonized this same spot here, because that gives us colonial range out into the Pacific. And pretty quickly there we would be able to colonize the whole world if we did exactly that. I basically plan to do that, except put a colony here and kill this guy and then go down into Peru and up into Mexico. You know, but it is near the 1600s, so beggars can't be choosers. We're just grabbing what we can right now. Now, with that being said, Portugal just placed a colony here, so rip dreams of going for the Cape. And that makes me regret doing this, but it's already started, so there we go. I wish this was the second Caribbean colony, but it's not, and I knew that was a possibility. So that's a bit of a dud province. It's 3 development, and we're not going to state it up or anything, so that was basically a waste of time. But it's just how things go. We got to be men and deal with we made our bed, and we're going to lie in it. So I've been thinking I'm mostly going to focus on the Caribbean. I mean, the Caribbean is average development is way higher. It's actually the highest, I believe. Some of the centers of trade and so on the, like this area, are pretty good on the east coast of the states. But I'm going to be pretty content with this. I'm going to try rush it, get the claim on it, the Catholic treaty, and hopefully that will begin to pay off. But I did consider, we've got some Canadian action going on. France is up here, and I actually thought that Brittany was fully annexed, but he had one finished colony, and now his capital is here in the New World. So that's interesting, because he has he just started expansion ideas as well. So I've been thinking that if I went for the East Coast, I could put a colony here, and this guy's 3 development. As soon as we finish this colony, I can almost guarantee I could diplo-vassalize him. You can see we're so easily able to vassalize him. It's the 311 negative modifier to distance between borders, which is doing that. So if I diplo-vassalized him and gave him some cash, he would have 3 colonies that he could throw down at a time. And I think because he is in the New World, that it doesn't even matter if France gets the treaty. But with that being said, he would get irritation from the Pope, and he would be my subject. It wouldn't be me, even if he did have a capital in the New World. In the Old World, excuse me. So we can have him colonize slowly and integrate him at a later date. That's something I'll look out for. And another issue I was kind of worried about is, are we going to be limited? Are we going to be somewhat trapped in? As our colonial range expands more and more, this is going to give us a lot of options to get islands and so on out here. And, you know, usually the Cape isn't completely... People don't go for the arid territories until much later, so I'm not too worried about that. And I was thinking about it, and, you know, we're going to have a lot of opportunities here. I'm already in North Africa, We're going to be able to come down here into West Africa. By the looks of things, Morocco is here. He's got these quote-unquote colony provinces. So we can just have access to walk straight down to West Africa. In some time, we're going to be able to break into here and give us more opportunities. And, you know, down into the future, we're going to have a lot of opportunities via Russia as well. So I'm not too worried about being locked in and not having a location to spend my admin. We're also still going for Italy and into the Iberian Peninsula. With that being said, guys, I wanted to say also that Castile here is damn near looking diplo-vassalizable. He's looking like we could diplo-vassalize him in the future if he continues to decline. It's certainly a possibility. And he, of course, would create colonies as well. And I was thinking in the case of Portugal, perhaps we could force vassalize on him. Now, these would all cost us diplo slots. So I'm kind of thinking post-Protestant League War. I think once the Protestant League is over, we're going to have the complete and utter undisputed lockdown on the Empire, and I won't even need diplo slots. Now, I will use a diplo slot on Bohemia and Prussia if they are still of any kind of decent size. In fact, any Protestant that is of a moderate size, I would need a diplo slot. So maybe like Bremen, because the development around here is not too shabby, to try to get their votes. But yeah, obviously if we do the revoke, they no longer take any diplo slots. So I'm thinking about the future in that regard. Like if Brittany just sits there, these Iberians, we could weaken them and get them to a state where we can vassalize them in the future. And that way we just have a legion of different colonists going around. Because I would like to one-tag the world and, you know, have every colonized province as well. And that's part of the reason I got exploration ideas. Now, one other thing. I roughly counted up the provinces that we can add to the empire, and we're around the mid-70s. So that's about halfway there. I've talked about this before, but 50 to pass a reform. So the mid-70s times 2 is about 150. That's 3 reforms, and that's where we sign the HRE is now inherited always by the same country, and you get 25 imperial authority per month. As soon as you pass this, it makes passing revoke a breeze in due time. I consider this to be, you know, a successful empire. It's just a matter of time until you pass a revoke. So we're about halfway there is what I'm trying to say. About halfway there, and then hopefully we gobble up most of Lithuania here, as Russia is no longer going to do it. He's not going to ninja it from us, intending to come up north and kind of block out the empire a bit because I'm afraid they're getting too big. Could go into Livonian Order a bit as well. This same thing, relatively cheap, low development provinces to add. And of course, the Ottomans as well. This is all European stuff. Now, unfortunately, North Africa is not European, but it is what it is. Going to be able to add some of the Italian and Iberian provinces if we get out here in Iberia. Now, that's enough of that. Let's get into this episode where I'm going to begin a war here against Morocco. Our options are Aragon or Morocco. And how many transports do we have? 23. Got some war exhaustion still, but it's not that big of a deal. It does actually go down over time, I think. Didn't we have a modifier? Yeah, it's our ruler. It actually goes down over time even while we're at war, so I will consider declaring the war here. But let's get our troops in position. So we've got some rebels. These guys in North Africa are going to revolt from these two provinces. So let's make sure to manage that. But the other thing, guys, is the liberty desire with Russia. We're getting ahead of it, it looks like. And I'm tempted. We're really poor. It's one of the biggest issues right now. And I'm actually tempted to downsize my forces a little bit. Because that's one of the main reasons that we're poor right now. Is just the sheer amount of troops that we're trying to utilize. Or Although if we weren't paying the interest on all of these loans, we'd be in much better shape. Yeah, so I'm going to try downsize our armies a little bit as we are more and more successful at keeping down Russia. Relations are up to 100, and slowly we're going to be creeping up nearer to 200 relations. We've got a lot of modifiers which are improving relations with him over time. There was one other interesting thing that I noticed, guys. The Ottomans are just such a tough nut to crack, you know. Even though we've done so much to really damage them, it's so easy for them. They just have infinite opportunities of smaller nations to expand into. And even though we take a big chunk out of them, they take big chunks left, right, and center. And we can see here that he has 149,000 force limit. Fortunately, I think he's having some economic, and he's certainly having some manpower issues because we keep declaring on him. And hopefully that continues. He hasn't actually accepted the printing press. But the good news is that I can see he's only military tech 12. So he's falling behind. I imagine his power projection is not very good, and he's only got 2 in military. He hasn't accepted the printing press. So we're getting close to tech 15, and he's only tech 12. So I'm sure he will improve going into the future. But hopefully he's going to be behind us. So even though he continues to be a bit of a juggernaut, it's just going to get easier and easier, hopefully, as time goes on. Why don't I just boost autonomy here? It's a trash province anyway. That solves the Tunisian problem. And go take a defensive battle out here. Yep, so we're really poor, guys, and I think the best solution really is to kind of try to go back to war. Get some war reparations, etc. So that's what we're going to do. Choices Morocco or Tunis. You know what else, guys? Let's get this. Let's get 150 admin. This modifier came up recently. Want to be as economical as possible. Keep expanding for the most we can. So we're looking. It's 75 plus apparently, which is pretty rough. If we take this for 15, that's 67, and then 10 would be 77. So that's the solution. 15, 10, 150 admin. What else is available for us? I think military would be available. Yeah. I'm not going to do military right now. Once we take up this, we're going to be too far ahead, and there's nothing ideal to spend our military on right now. Hiring some generals would be nice, but we're going back to war. Our army tradition will be fine. We're not in desperate need of them just yet. Morocco or Aragon? I'm claiming Aragon. Let's get a third claim on Malta. So, yeah, let's go for Morocco. Here we go. That's an easy way to spend some admin because of the increased coring cost. Here we go. Albanian. Alright, so we've still got some revolts going on in this area. I'll keep 2 stacks on North Africa ready to go and 1 stack. France attacks the Empire. I think we decline. You know, in the past we wanted to fight him, but that's okay. Actually, guys, I secretly... Yep, we got 0 Imperial authority. I secretly like that happened. Don't tell anybody. I'm a naughty emperor. As long as we get the votes, Trier is... Yep. Yep, we're good. As long as we get the votes. Ooh, Austria's got 2. Uh-oh. Palatinate. The Palatinate is a subject of Bohemia, so we don't have to worry about him changing his vote. Nice. Nice. That gives me some confidence. We got this on lockdown, these votes. Do you know why I secretly like that, guys? Because we're going to get Imperial ban CB against France. and we're gonna abuse the crap out of that in the future. I'll just keep Luxembourg or whatever he has as a Imperial band CB, and it means we can just release a million different French nations or return corps. I mean, if they still exist, that's one issue. Yeah, they won't exist. Damn. That ruins my plan. Well, at least we'll be able to return corps to Burgundy. I was thinking we could release, like, do 100% war score of releasing nations like Champagne, which would all be Catholic members of the Empire, and they'd all join to seek protection from France. But the cause will disappear. Yeah, damn it. Whatever. Thinking a bit too far ahead. At least it will give us the equivalent of a reconquest CB even when Burgundy's not our subject. So as soon as the Protestant leagues are over, we can turn our sights to just smashing France. Bavaria took out Salzburg, but he's a heretic. No big deal. Alright. Nice, Kong won't back him up. Alright, let's get this war started. Let's go. So Morocco is one tick behind us. We could tick up to even further ahead shortly. Uh-oh, clergy gains 5 influence. Nope. Damn. I like that modifier as well. The papal influence is nice. Oh well. Prestige is nice. We're good. We're good. No biggie. We can't have the clergy getting too mad at us, you know. Oh no, my claim was found, my spy network was found by Aragon. Oh well. We'll take Malta without a claim. It's only 8 development. That's all good. So our truce with Lithuania is 8 years. Truce with the Ottomans is 4 years. So I think we're going to try to do Morocco. And then Aragon. And then go back into the Ottomans. And we're basically just operating with debt. But the real downside to debt, a debt-based economy, is inflation, and we're doing really well on inflation. So we're just going to be operating with some debt, and hoping that in the future it kind of balances itself out a little bit. Which I'm sure it will, because of our West Indies and so on. Speaking of which, we're about to get a second colonist up and running shortly. Okay, can we comfortably blockade the coast? Yes, we can. Let's blockade the coast to help these sieges go along. So these loans are a little bit more valuable. I'll take some loans in power for the old loans. Let's have a look at what kind of overextension. Hey, Morocco has Granada, so we can begin really going into. How much border gore could we pull off here? Nah, it's too much overextension. But in the future. In the future, we can really get some interesting influence over Sevilla and pull it into Genoa, so that's good. Make Genoa even more and more beast. Looking at the overextension here, that's too much. Alrighty, so that's what we're going to be taking. And the other thing is Tunis. When does our truce come out with Tunis? 1 year's time. Okay. So we might go Morocco-Tunis or Morocco-Aragon-Tunis. We'll see, but what I do know is we have plenty of opportunities to expand and keep ahead on spending our admin. There's no institute, so ideally, at least we want to tick our admin for -10. I would even go so far as to fall to, -15 to get really far behind in admin, but we do have to consider that unbalanced research. We're so poor, we can't be operating with unbalanced research. Oh, guys, also, I noticed that Mainz has religious ideas. So I imagine the modifier on these provinces for being Protestant has gone away. Yeah, it has. It has. So really, Mainz is the ideal candidate to feed provinces, Prussian provinces to, because he will stabilize it really easily. Which is what I did. I mention it because I did that in a previous war. Hoping that because the Ottoman tech is so far behind, we can declare on the Ottomans, focus out Prussia, and he will kind of lose the war, you know? Just to our allies and Russians, which is not what happened last time. He kept winning battles and gaining war score, but with his military tech falling further and further behind, it's going to be more and more difficult for him to do that, continue to win the battles all the time, especially if we're defeating the Prussian troops. I feel really good about taking Prussia down a notch. Okay. Yep, I don't think anybody's going to go for the East Coast anytime in the immediate future, so why don't we prioritize these centers so that even when he's small, he'll have the most trade possible when the West Indies forms. We're so poor, dude. I hope Morocco has some cash. War reparations will be valuable from him. He's a moderately large nation still. And our unrest situation looks fairly good. Where's that province? Oh, okay. Alrighty, well the Albanians are good. We'll walk back up here. That's no big deal. Yay, Mings of our rival again. That's good, guys. I'm worrying about my power projection. It's diminishing more and more and more, but I will rival Ming up quickly, embargo him, and insult him. And, well, that's one less heretic, I suppose, lol. Yeah, and even if he becomes invalid again soon, we get some power projection when he becomes invalid, so... Oh gosh, Russia's, like, gaining liberty desire somehow. Is it because he's catching up in tech? I need a cheap, affordable advisor, man. I'm at 2 stability, but I'm actually going to take manpower from the Pope. I don't like how manpower being as low as it is. That manpower modifier gives us a lot of manpower per month. Yeah, F you, France. F you. He's such an abuser of the situation. Like, he's really... Whatever. Why is Savoy hostile? Do you desire my land? Is he in the Catholic League? He'd be friendly if he's in the Catholic League. Let's get Savoy in the Catholic League. I'm going to try focus relations with him. Because he's not pathetic and weak. Dude, I hope France doesn't take much more than that. Oh my god, he's at war with Burgundy. He's going to annex Burgundy. What a jerk. I'm not worried about it, guys. Once we revoke... Well, Imperial ban his ass, release all kinds of dudes inside the Empire. We've got too much to worry about, like our economy being complete garbage. Okay, so we don't want to get 16 tech before we get 14 tech, but I think we're going to be okay here. Still focusing my Diplo. I think I can finish the whole idea group and we'll still be okay. By the way, Morocco literally hasn't even put up a fight. Is he involved in another war? He is. He's down south. And we're just murdering him. He's probably not even trying to put up much of a fight. We need 65 war score for this, and we're getting pretty close at this rate. Got ticking war score. Nice easy war, nice easy episode. I just wish we were making more money than we are, but that's okay. We could do with an inflation reduction advisor. Our inflation is becoming, it's creeping up. It's creeping up, even though, you know, we got the modifier from the Pope jammed the whole time. So truce with Tunis comes up very shortly. We got to make sure there's not an overlap. Yeah, there totally is. We're going to be coring up Tunisian core. So our next war is Aragon for sure. We'll go Aragon and then Tunis. And then probably back into the Ottomans. Weakening Prussia some more. I have to keep France as a friend, guys, until the League War situation is under control. It would be the worst case scenario if I declared on him and then the League War fires, like Prussia declares on me. We would lose, probably. We could very well lose. But as soon as the League Wars are over, France might even be a rival for us. He's probably, yep. If the Ottomans are a valid rival, France will be a valid rival. So that will be some power projection going into the future. Which is good. God damn it, Genoa. Are you serious, bruh? Oh. Alright, I'm going to declare on Genoa here, guys. I might even take Genoa itself. I might take Genoa itself, guys, and force religion on him. France isn't going to back him up, so it's a good time to declare on him. Oh! What the... Alright, guys. Now, there's a vineyard on Sweden, and I could go for a PU. Like, right now, we could truce break him. Oh, nice. I'll liberalize so much better with Russia. Let's downsize a little bit more. Help our economy out with our army maintenance. You know what? This is something I should have done. We don't need these forts. These two are a waste of money. Lithuania can't do jack to us, especially with Russia here. We'll keep the mountains, and I'll keep these to blockade them out. I should have gotten rid of those two forts earlier. It's not a bad thing. I'm not going to go for the PU, but we can go for the PU later. Yes. He's Hunyadi now, guys. We'll probably get an opportunity to PU him at some point. So let's keep him as an ally and feed him all of Scandinavia and PU him like later on in the game. Integrate him when we've got good admin efficiency. Awesome, guys. The Swedes just got our dynasty. That's really cool. Now let's wrap this war up so that I can rival Ming. Looks like our manpower's increasing a little bit even while we fight this war, which is good to see. Russia's down here helping out. Oh, I can blockade Grenada. Let's go. Dude, good job, Russia. He's getting all over the show. He must have a fleet of navy. Oh, I didn't even realize Morocco's over here. Well, our war score is to fight them. Our war goal is to fight them. So, yeah, he's 2 behind us in tech. This should be pretty breezy. Legitimacy, prestige. We don't need either of those. I'm saving up for stability. Uh-oh. Russia. Ah. Okay. Loyalty and prestige. Oh, papal influence for prestige. Good choice. It's no influence. God dang it, Russia. Losing me battles, bruh. Don't do this to me. What the? I hate it when the AI does that. That's so hacks. Whoa. This war is becoming not that efficient. We're getting near cap on admin here. I think I might peace out for 40. We got other wars to go to. Yeah. Let's get out. We're wasting too much time here over these few provinces. I really want to lower my war exhaustion now, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's delete this fort. What's our liberty desire like with Russia? Doing better. Dude, Hungarian Maghreb taking over the world is sweet. Alrighty, let's go to war against Aragon, who hopefully has no allies, or Genoa. Damn it. We had a brief opportunity to attack him. I was thinking that I wanted to take... Oh no, Burgundy was fully annexed. The thing is, if I release Burgundy with an Imperial ban, his capital will be here outside the Empire. But he would probably join the Empire to get protection from France. I think the move, guys, give me your advice in the comments. I think the move is anywhere I can where the cores never go away. Or at least where they do have cores, like their province, Burgundy, any of the Russian culture groups where they never go away. I think the solution is to release Provence and Burgundy, and because they're Catholic members of the Empire, they'll join to seek aid from France. That's what I think the move is. But the Imperial ban gets worse and worse and worse. The more and more of the Empire outside thinks that the French bastards, abusing the situation. I value my Diplo. Yep. I value my Diplo a little bit more than my admin at the moment. There we go. That's going to be the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We're slipping slowly further and further into debt. But our liberty desire with Russia is getting slowly a little bit better. And that's allowing me to slowly downsize my... I mean, even with some overextension and not being at war, we're chilling at 38. That's not too bad. So I'm trying to downsize my armies a little bit and be a little bit more economical. Next war is going to be against Aragon in the next episode. Expanding more and more and more. Unfortunately, these North African provinces can't be added to the Empire, but it's a good way to expend some of our admin and be efficient in that manner. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode where we take some Genoan land from Aragon. And yeah, see you next time.